Well, ho, 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 friends, and guess who's back? It is the holiday season, and you guessed it, it's Buddy the Elf. So the holidays are here. Even our real estate brokerage, eXp Realty, we are 100% virtual and cloud-based. So we have a platform called eXp World. And what's really awesome about this is you can walk around. It's like snowing, there's snowmen, there's Christmas trees, there's Hanukkah celebrations, Kwanzaa, it's awesome. Stick around because in a few minutes you're gonna hear from Ryan Bundy with NFM Lending, and what he has to say about the mortgage industry just might shock you. Hey friends and neighbors, Buddy Buck here, back with another episode of DUVALL TV. All right, welcome back friends. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of DUVALL TV. This is the middle of December. We are smack in the middle of the holiday season, and we have some events coming up that are going to be awesome. So if you've never seen this program before, I do this once a month. It's all things local, all things Duval, Washington in 98019. So whether it's gonna be upcoming events, maybe a business spotlight, doing a nonprofit showcase. I'm also always gonna have a mortgage and a real estate section. For the mortgage section, sometimes I talk about it, sometimes we bring in industry experts to talk about the mortgages specifically. Today we have a very exciting one because it is one of my good buddies. I've known this guy a long, long time. He's 21 years in the industry. His name is Ryan Bundy. You're gonna hear from him in just a second. So let's jump right into the events. So coming up first, I wanna mention the Grange. So the owners are Luke and Sarah. This couple is amazing. I mean, literally being at the Grange, it's a farm-to-table restaurant. They have the best wood-fired brick oven pizza that I've ever had. And it's just so welcoming. They let us host our Chamber of Commerce holiday mixer there. So congrats to all the old directors, the board members that just passed through. And so moving into 2024, we just announced the 2024 board directors. So thanks again for the Grange, Luke and Sarah, for always being so hospitable and letting us use your space. It is such an awesome restaurant and you guys are the best part. December 1st, we had the Light Up Duval Parade. So for those of you that watched last month, when you saw all of our neighbors running through the rain, decorating, putting lights up on the poles. So if you've never seen Light Up Duval on Main Street in Duval, you gotta come here at night, which right now is at 4 o'clock, it basically gets dark. So drive up and down Main Street. It is one of the prettiest things you'll ever see. There's a link below for all of these events, specifically the Light Up Duval fundraiser. This is an ongoing fundraiser all year long. So go take 2 minutes and just give $5, whatever the case may be. Coming up this Saturday, so as I'm filming this, it's the 13th, so you might have missed it. If you did, pay attention for next time because we're always doing fun events. So make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications because then you'll get notified the second one of our new episodes drops, and then you can be looking for future events that are super fun, like this Saturday. I want to give a special shout out to Jackie Farrow of Jackie Farrow Photography. She lives 2 doors down from Eve and I. And also Melanie Mengi. We teamed up, the 3 of us. We sponsored a Santa photo shoot. So it's just gonna be right behind me, well, not right here, but 2 doors down at Jackie's photo studio. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you need headshots or if you need anything photography, she is amazing to work with. I've done this multiple times, but come out on Saturday because your complimentary Santa photo might be just the hit of your year. Who knows? We're gonna have beverages for the kids. We got cocoa, and there just might be adult beverages. I'm not sure, but come see for yourself and you'll find out. I just realized, how do you like my hair? I mean, you thought I was bald, but really I just let it grow out a little bit and that's cool too. All right, moving on. December 25th, Christmas, woo! Love Christmas, Jesus' birthday. So happy birthday to everyone, specifically Jesus for December 25th. It's coming right up. I just love the holidays. Obviously, I'm wearing a Buddy the Elf, outfit, whatever the case is. Life is short. Have fun, do fun things, hang out with cool people, tell someone you love them. Just don't get caught going through the motions of life. So enjoy it, enjoy the holidays. Also, right after Christmas, January 1st, New Year's Eve, and then New Year's, of course. So what do you do for New Year's? Drop it in the comments below. Do you stay in? Do you go out? Do you party? Do you just whatever, it's just another year. Let us know what you do in the comments below. New Year's is gonna be awesome, specifically this year because the New Year's 6 football games. There's gonna be 6 of the best teams in college football playing 3 games on January 1st, and one of those is our squad, the Dogs. 13-0, ranked number 2 in the country. Huge shout out to Kalen DeBoer, the head coach, Roma Dunze, J Mac, you got the whole team. Penix got kind of missed out on the Heisman there. I think he should have won it. Totally not the time or place, but congrats Mike Penix for a great season at QB, and just really to the whole squad for being 13-0 and making a really deep run into this playoff. Let's go win the national championship, guys. Then following that, January 6th, it's Christmas tree cycling. Yeah, it's a dad joke, it's a play on words, whatever you want to do. I didn't make it up. It's actually just right here on this, flyer right here from the city. So Christmas tree cycling, this is gonna be January 6th. It's a Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12. And so there's a couple different ways you can tree cycle. You can put your tree on the curb, right on the sidewalk. And this is gonna be a big shout out here. The Scout Packs 568 and 569, and also Troops 411 and 745. So, suggested, give them 10 or 20 bucks. You can donate on the link. Everything's in the description, or just go onto the city's website. You can find it there as well. But again, donate to this because it's gonna save you so much time from running around. What am I gonna do with my tree? You're letting it get all old and all the pine needles are falling all over your living room. Put that thing on the curb, or you can take it to Taylor Landing. Now, if you don't know where Taylor Landing is, you might be new to Duval, but it's basically right by the boat ramp. So if you just head north on Main Street, take a left a couple turns past the DUVALL Tavern, you can just go right down in there to Taylor Landing, and there'll be a drop-off point there. So, and I want to give a special shout out to Rita Moreno, because she is the community events coordinator for the city of Duval. So on here it said, hey, call Rita, she'll give you any, answer any questions. I'm telling you, I called her, she answered, super helpful. Thank you, Rita. So Rita and I are gonna be getting together here in the next couple of weeks, talking about future events for the city and making sure those are all well promoted. So again, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, stay alerted to anything new and fun that's happening right in our hometown. Moving forward, January 19th to the 27th, the Cascade Community Theater is putting on an event. So you can go to their website, it's cctplays.org, and you can subscribe. They have a production, and it's called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, right? There's gonna be multiple events that you can go ahead and tune into, but it's gonna take place between January 19th and January 27th. So go check this out. This is in Monroe. It's like our sister city, that's cool. Give a little love on Monroe here today as well. So let's jump right into the mortgage section. And yes, I realize I still rocking I'm just feeling it, I'm gonna roll with it. Let's talk about mortgage, okay? And instead of me talking about mortgage this month, I am very honored. We got a video clip from Ryan Bundy from NFM Lending. He has been a 21-year mortgage professional. This guy has spent thousands and thousands of dollars investing in himself, his education, his coaching in this industry. This guy is so in tune with the mortgage industry. We're very lucky to be able to have his feedback right here, because he gives a quick overview of where things are at today and where his positioning is if you're a buyer in this market. So let's go ahead and hear from Ryan.
Hey buddy Buck, thanks for having me on today. My name is Ryan Bundy with NFM Lending. I've been doing mortgages for 21 years. I've seen all kinds of cycles. I went through the Great Recession, made it through somehow. It's been super crazy the last several years, and then now we're in this new market. And what I want to tell you, that there's probably the best opportunity I've seen in 15 years, just because there's just not so many people bidding up houses. Sellers are giving seller credits right now. They're lowering their prices, but where the big savings and opportunity is to get that rate down by asking the seller to give you a seller credit to buy that rate down. We just haven't seen that in so many years. So people say, oh, rates are around 7%, but we can get you down into the 6% range, or even on a temporary buy down into the 3, 4, 5, 6 range for the first several years of this mortgage. So there's just massive opportunity for affordability right now, which we haven't seen in a long time. So we still think homeownership is super important. As long as America is a capitalist country, I think houses over the long term are going to increase. And if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. Thanks for having me on, buddy.
All right, thanks a lot, Ryan. That was super helpful. Loved your perspective, especially on that 321 buy down program. I did a YouTube short on the 321 buy down program this last month. You can take a look at it right here. But again, if you are a buyer, this program can get you into that home that maybe you didn't think you could afford right now. And sellers, be prepared to pay some closing costs, because as we go right from the mortgage to the real estate section, go ahead and take a look at what's going on in DUVALL, Washington right now. So with all the stats that I do typically on this channel, it's always going to be single family residences, or SFR for short. So no condos, anything like that. I don't talk about land. So this is just your traditional single family home. And if we're looking at November this year to November last year, you can see the active listings are pretty consistent, right? What jumps out to me is two things: months of inventory and days on market. First of all, days on market last year was 27, this year 49. So sellers, be patient. You got to remember, all these people that refinanced in the 2s and the 3% range, they're not in this game. Unless they have to move, they're sticking to their home. They're remodeling their home. They're just like, hey, I can't afford to get out of this 3% rate, so let's pour some money in, get a new kitchen, get a new bathroom, whatever the case is. By the way, I have some of the best contractors ever, so hit me up if you need a great contractor for a big or a small project, and they're all right here local in DUVALL. So 49 days on market, sellers, time to be patient. And we are smack into the holiday season. So typically people are not moving during November, December, January because of the holidays, and there's just family and a lot of things going on, but there are people moving because they have to, not because they want to. So be very aware of this and just go into the listing, have a little bit of patience, trust your realtor. Listen to me, if you hire a realtor to do a job, trust them. If you don't trust them, don't hire them in the first place. Let me just make it very simple, okay? This is their career. This is what we do for a living. For those that are like invested and have done this for any length of time and that are a true professional in their industry, pay attention to the market and all of these things. This is what you're paying for. So let them work, let them give you their best professional advice and moving forward, because understand this, everybody wants what's best in the real estate industry for our clients, right? And overpricing a home or pricing it, and it might look good, it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna make all this money, but not if it's overpriced and it doesn't sell. In a market with a bunch of people that have a 2 and 3% interest rate, in a market where there's now 3 months of inventory versus 2 last month, it is still almost a balanced market. It's still in the favor of the seller just a little bit, but not if you're not priced correctly, as you can see with the days on market here. So again, the way to figure out months of inventory really quick, active listings divided by the solds. So I want to educate you, people following this channel, on just some of these basic things a consumer should know. So active listings, whenever you see that number, write it down. Solds, write it down, divide it. So if we're at 3 months of inventory, which we are for last month, keep in mind a healthy market is right around 4 to 6 months of inventory. So 4 to 6 months of inventory is kind of like buyers and sellers both have the same amount of power or, negotiation, if you will. But again, anything sub 4, so we're at 3.0. We're used to being around 2 or even sub 2, so this is like kind of in that gray area. But again, you can see sellers, be prepared to pay some closing costs. Sellers, be prepared to negotiate. All right, let's just wrap up, move right into King County just to give you a bigger scope. So maybe you're watching this, you're like, cool, DUVALL, Washington, population like 8,400 and change, which I love that part because we're so close to Seattle and Woodinville and Redmond and all these cool places, but we're still can just tuck back away here, have our bridge on 124th get flooded, and then you're just kind of stuck here, chilling in DUVALL. It's awesome. I love this city so freaking much. It is awesome. So now let's talk about King County really quick. Here's what jumps out to me comparing last month to November 2022. Active listings is way down. Again, part of that is because these people are locked in on these super low interest rates. There's a percentage of the population, they're not even in consideration to make a statistic here because they're just sitting, right? So we're down about 700 listings and change from last year to this year in King County. So we're talking about Bellevue, Redmond, Kirkland, Woodinville, all these major cities. But months of inventory dropped again, 1.43. So listings are way down. The sales are still strong at like 984, but it is a seller's frickin' market in King County. So know this going in. Buyers, can you negotiate? Yes, you can. But again, if you want something in King County, you're probably gonna have to pay for it, right? And I mean pay for it, of course you're gonna have to pay for it, but I mean like, you know. Anyway, those are the numbers for King County. So 1.43, things are still super strong. Days on market in King County actually dropped as well to 23. So King County is just cranking, mostly like always, because we're so like kind of, what's the word? That was my wife's laugh. I know you heard that. So if you've never heard my wife's laugh, that was it. And I love it. Everybody loves it. But if we're just looking at King County, the days on market went down just a little bit as well, but the prices are still climbing up just a little bit. And these are average prices for the entire county. So 1,079,000. All right, one last thing before we wrap this one up is I just want to talk about our neighbors really quick. I love our neighbors. Obviously, you know I love the city. I'm making a whole YouTube channel about it, but I want to talk about our neighborhood specifically. And there's so many great people in this neighborhood. And again, I'm sure they're all over the place, but I'm just talking about the ones I know right here, up and down and around the street right here. It is such a blessing to live here. I think even I hit the total jackpot with where we live. We love our neighbors. If you haven't seen last month's episode, you gotta go back and watch the neighbors that are volunteering and doing all the cool things. But I do wanna mention, when I talked earlier about like celebrating and doing things with people you love during the holidays, we had an awesome White Elephant gift exchange. So we had a handful of our friends. We hosted it, the White Elephant gift exchange. If you have not done this, it is super fun. We're doing another one with my family here coming up this weekend. But it's like one funny gift, one like nicer gift, and you put a limit on it. And then you can trade and swap, and you kind of don't know who it's from supposedly, but you can kind of guess, especially if you know your friend group. We had a blast. I love our neighborhood. We have a fantasy football league in the neighborhood called Neighborhood Nonsense. So that's kind of becoming the brand for this little group up here in the neighborhood, is Neighborhood Nonsense. So love you guys, love the neighbors, love all you guys for supporting the channel and watching and seeing this all the way through. You want to support the channel? Share this thing, man. Like it, subscribe, turn on your notifications. If you click on the little bell, the notifications, when I drop a new video, either a YouTube short or a long form video like this one is, you will get notified instantly when that happens. And I say that it's important because a lot of these events are taking place like days after I go live and post this. So to be notified right away, now you can know what's coming up and kind of be tuned in to all the events that are cool and fun. And listen, if you have an event that you want to post, if you have a business that you want spotlighted, whether it's yours or one of your best friends, you can send an email to goodnews@buddybuck.com, and I would love to feature your events on this channel. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap for this episode of DUVALL TV. And thanks for tuning in to another episode of DUVALL TV with Buddy the Elf, AKA Buddy Buck, and being the absolute best part of our community, where tractors meet technology, small town, real life, Duvall, Washington. Buddy Buck. Peace.